She texted me, "You're just the safe choice? Not my dream man." So I drove her to her mom's, handed her the bag, and blocked them both forever. I wasn't snooping. That's the first thing I'll say. I didn't go looking for drama or trouble. But when your girlfriend of 2 years leaves her phone face up while she's in the shower and a text preview pops up from her best friend that says, "Did you tell him yet?" Well, you look. I wish I hadn't. That's when I saw it. A few messages up in the thread was the bombshell. I finally told him, "You're just the safe choice, not my dream man." At first, I stared at it like it didn't register. Like maybe I misread it. But no, she wrote that. My girlfriend of 2 years, the one who used to talk about us getting married, buying a house, maybe moving to Colorado. Safe choice. That phrase kept echoing in my head. I sat there on the edge of the bed, her phone still glowing in my hand, while the sound of the shower kept humming in the background. All I could think was, how long had she felt this way? Was I just the fallback guy in case life didn't hand her something better? I didn't confront her that night. I didn't storm into the bathroom or scream or accuse. That's not me. Instead, I waited. I went quiet, observed, paid attention, and everything started making sense in hindsight. Her recent distance, the weird way she brushed off my talk about engagement, the sudden solo girls' trips. I've been trying to convince myself she was just stressed with work. But deep down, I think I knew. About a week later, we were sitting on the couch watching a show together, and I brought up the idea of moving in together again. She didn't even look up, just gave some vague, half-hearted, "We'll see." It wasn't the words. It was the tone, that look in her eyes like she wasn't really there. So that night, I waited till she fell asleep, and I scrolled back through their messages again. Turns out, that safe choice message wasn't the only jab. There were weeks of messages, little things like, "He's so predictable, but he'd never leave me. I could never tell him the truth about what I want. He's not the one I dream about, but he's good to me. Not the one she dreams about." I was the safe bet, the reliable fallback. The guy you stay with until someone more exciting comes along. And the worst part? She didn't think I'd ever leave. That night, I didn't sleep. I just laid next to her, staring at the ceiling, wondering what version of our relationship she thought we were living in. I remembered the birthdays I planned, the vacations I paid for, the nights I stayed up with her when she cried about her job. All of it suddenly felt transactional, like I was investing in something she never planned to commit to. The next morning, I told her I was going to visit my brother for a few days. She didn't ask many questions, barely looked up from her phone. I guess in her mind, she had me wrapped. Why worry? I didn't go to my brother's. I went to my parents', packed a few bags, and started putting a plan together. She thought I'd never walk away, that I'd keep playing house with someone who saw me as a placeholder. She was wrong. She always thought she had me figured out. For 2 years, she wore this look like she held all the cards, like I was the lucky one, and she was doing me a favor by being in this relationship. I'll be honest, I used to believe it too. She was smart, knew how to walk into a room and own it. And I was the steady guy, not flashy, not dramatic, just solid, the one you could rely on. But somewhere along the way, she mistook that stability for weakness. The night I came back from my trip, I had already decided what I was going to do. I didn't give her any reason to be suspicious. Walked in like normal, gave her a kiss on the cheek. We ordered takeout and talked about work like nothing had changed. Inside, though, I was gone. I wasn't really there anymore. In the days that followed, I paid close attention. She'd disappear for hours on weekends. When I asked who she was with, she'd say things like, "Just the girls," or "You wouldn't know them." Always just enough to avoid sounding suspicious, but never enough to feel honest. I didn't chase her. I didn't question her. I let her hang herself with her own assumptions. She thought I wouldn't leave because I was so in love with her. I was. Once. But love doesn't survive disrespect. And I was seeing now, clearly, how little she thought of me. She believed I was too comfortable, too afraid of being alone to walk away. She didn't realize that the moment she typed that sentence, "You're just the safe choice, not my dream man," she made the decision for both of us. One night, she came home late, again, and smelled like some cologne that definitely wasn't mine. I didn't say a word. She casually dropped her purse on the counter and mumbled something about a late dinner with coworkers. No eye contact. Just another lie tossed into a pile of lies that had been growing for months. That's when I knew the time had come. I spent the next few days moving everything important to a storage unit and finalizing the plan. I kept up the act, laughing at her jokes. And then, on a Sunday morning, I told her we should visit her mom. She didn't even question it. Just got ready like it was any other visit. We drove the hour to her mom's place, listening to music like nothing was wrong. She scrolled through her phone the whole time, occasionally showing me some meme she thought was funny. I nodded, smiled, played along. When we got to her mom's, she hopped out of the car, expecting me to come in. I didn't. I got out, handed her the bag, and said, "You're home. For good." She blinked. What? What do you mean? I looked her straight in the eyes. You told your friends I'm not your dream man. Just the safe choice. So let's stop wasting each other's time. She tried to laugh it off. Wait, are you being serious right now? I nodded. Dead serious. We're done. And you'll find your dream man. Somewhere else. She looked stunned. Like it had never occurred to her that I might actually walk. That I wasn't just some predictable guy who'd take whatever she gave me. Before she could say anything else, I got back in the car and drove off. It took exactly 2 hours before my phone started lighting up. First, it was her. Missed calls. A few texts. What the hell just happened? Are you seriously dumping me at my mom's like I'm some kid? Let's talk. Be an adult about this. Then came the guilt trip. I didn't mean any of that the way it sounded. You're twisting everything. We've built so much together. You're really going to throw it all away over one conversation. I didn't answer. Not a single word. That same night, her mom called me. 3 times. I finally let it go to voicemail. Hi, honey. I don't know what happened between you two, but she's here crying her eyes out. Please call me back. You've always been so good to her. Don't throw this away over a misunderstanding. I stared at the screen, listening in silence. It would have been easier to believe them if I didn't already know the truth. Her mom kept calling all week. Texting too. She's sorry. She didn't mean it. You know how emotional girls can be. But see, that's the thing. Love means respect. And when someone talks about you like you're disposable, like you're just the safe fallback, not the person they choose, it's over. What her mom didn't understand is that I'm not angry. I wasn't looking for revenge. I wasn't trying to punish her. I was just done. You don't rebuild trust from that place. You can't unhear the truth when it slips out, when it's sent in a text to someone she thought would never show me. She thought I was too soft to leave. She thought I'd get over it, that I'd come crawling back once the dust settled. But I'd already grieved the relationship before it ended. By the time she was packing her things at her mom's house, I was already changing the locks. I'd unfollowed her, blocked her number, blocked her mom too, after the 10th message in 2 days. Not out of spite, out of peace. I didn't want to yell or fight or try to convince her that I was good enough. I just wanted my dignity back. And walking away without looking back, that was the only way to do it. A couple weeks later, a mutual friend told me she'd been telling people I overreacted, that I took one thing too seriously. But you know what? I'm glad she said that. It just confirmed what I already knew. She never saw me the way I saw her. She wanted someone who'd accept half-truths and emotional breadcrumbs. That's not who I am. I haven't heard from her since. Last I checked, she was still living at her mom's, going on about how I blindsided her. But let's be honest, she blindsided herself. Thought I'd always be there, even after calling me Plan B. Turns out, I wasn't. So that's it. That was the end of us. She thought I was the safe choice. Turns out, the safe choice knew when to walk away. What would you have done in my place? Would you have given her another chance? Or blocked them both like I did? Let me know.